15 insane things you didn't know about Pablo Escobar. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Pablo Escobar is the biggest drug lord the world has ever seen. His name is a synonym for cocaine and Colombia, and today we'll be looking at some of the things you might not know about him. Born December 1st, 1949 in Antioquia, Colombia, young Pablo decided from an early age that he was destined for greatness, telling people even as a child that someday he will become president of Colombia. In the beginning, he was selling stolen tombstones that he would sandblast to remove the engraving and later resell them. He moved on to contraband with everything he could get his hands on up until one day when he realized the potential of using his smuggling routes to distribute cocaine. The rest perpetuated him into a legend, and we strongly recommend you guys checking out the drama series Narcos, available on Netflix, for more details on how he rose to power, how he grew it, and at the end, lost it. But enough with the intro. Here are some of the things you might not know about him. Number 1. At one point, Pablo Escobar was responsible for almost 80% of the cocaine traffic worldwide. Number 2. Forbes estimated his net worth at around $30 billion, making him the 7th richest person in the world at that time. When the article came out, Pablo's son contacted the magazine laughing at them, saying they didn't even come close. Number 3. The only thing he saw wrong in what he was doing is the fact that the government considered it illegal. He once said, "I'm a decent man who exports flowers." Number 4. He spent at least $2,500 per month on rubber brands alone just to hold up his cash. Number 5. He had money stashed everywhere, in the ground, in cellars, in graves. Just to put things into perspective, a realistic estimation shows that he lost close to $1 billion per year due to natural causes such as water and fire. Rats ate almost 500 million of his fortune every year. Number 6. While being on the run with his family, at one point they were stuck in the jungle and he had to burn $2 million in order to keep his daughter warm during the night. Number 7. His biggest fear was extradition for him and his fellow narcos. While on the run, they offered to pay Colombia's entire nation debt, which was $10 billion at the time, in order to call a truce in their differences. The state declined. Number 8. His entire business generated $60 million per day. That's over $20 billion annually. Number 9. He bought a Learjet to bring his cash back to Colombia. It could carry almost $100 million per trip. In addition, he bought an island on the way back so his jet could refuel. He later transformed the island into a paradise for him and his drug friends. Number 10. Pablo Escobar was responsible for killing a presidential candidate, a justice minister, an attorney general, more than 1,000 police officers, and 200 judges. Number 11. While he was on the run, it was difficult to get from one safe house to another, so he and his army of bodyguards used a public bus. Escobar was actually the bus driver. Number 12. When Pablo Escobar and his wife first started dating, he was 24 and she was only 13 years old. Number 13. He purchased 20 square kilometers of land and turned it into an incredible recreation place for his family that included a zoo filled with exotic animals he bought from all around the world. He even spent $1 million to train some Himalayan egrets to stay in one single tree. In total, he owned around 800 homes and villas. Number 14. At his children's birthday parties, he used to fill the piñatas with cash instead of candy. Number 15. Pablo Escobar was killed in 1993, and the United States described the incident as the largest manhunt in history. Can you imagine having that kind of money? What would you do with it? Join the conversation in the comments. Because you watched this till the end, we have a bonus fact for you. Number 16. He liked to entertain himself by pulling elaborate and cruel pranks. One time, he asked one of his men to bring him a cup of coffee, and he put an Alka-Seltzer in his own mouth to create foam. He then accused the man of trying to poison him, while the other men tied him up and pointed a gun at his face for 10 minutes. Hilarious. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.